we've trusted for over 35 years.
Good morning, or good evening, good night, good afternoon. And to all my people in southeastern Indonesia, Indo Akaman alas na Achang. The captions aren't working, so you're going to have to use your phone. It's Friday, June 23rd, and it is time for the Fill in the Blank podcast with me, Phil, in the blank. It is French. It's season 1, episode 50. We're going back to the vault to June 23rd, where Ryan Seacrest announces he's going to be the host of Wheel of Fortune, but then bites his tongue before he actually utters the words. It caused to a big fight backstage between him and Gelman. We all know the story. You can Google it. So without further ado, let's get into the show. We have Michael Buble, the guy from the sparkling water commercials. And then we also have Jenna Dewan, the girl from that had that failed dating show. And Jenna Dewan, the good-looking guy from the dance from what's it called? Magic Mike stars, the Magic Mike stars ex-wife. So they're going to be interviewing her, probably Channing Tatum. So we have Channing Tatum's ex-wife, Jenna Dewan, and I'm sure they'll be talking to her about why she cheated on him. And then we'll have how to save money at the grocery store for all you old people that actually still go to the grocery store. I bet they're going to talk about coupons and getting stuff that's on sale. So here's how you save money at the grocery store. When you go to the grocery store and they have something on sale, buy it. You know, if soup is $2.99 and it's 2 for $4, buy it. And if you ever see it, go around and keep track of everything. And then when the soup is 99 cents, buy like a pallet of it. Or they're also going to say, go to the manager and say, hey, I really want this like Raisin Bran. Can I buy 75 boxes and get like 25% off? They'll usually do it. They will. So coupons, ask for a discount. And when things are on sale that you like, buy a lot of them. That seems pretty easy enough. Let's see what this person has to say. Someone who makes a living telling us obvious stuff. Hi, I teach the world how to save money at a grocery store because, people need my help. I got a fancy, 3-word title and I get paid a lot of money, but all I really do is just, treat people like they're my grandchildren and it's 1932. Well, what you got to do is you got to go with a marker and you got to haggle. Just haggle. Anyways, I'm not going to do my President Clinton impersonation anymore. Now I got a hock a loogie. So let's start the show. Probably going to have to use the washroom too. But I will feel happy using the washroom because I got toilet paper, 3 12-packs of 3-ply super rolls, only $37. Because I had a coupon for 10% off. It's going to change my life.
American mattress.
Also, put in the comment section what kind of toilet paper you get. Do you get 6-packs? Do you get like big value packs? Like when I go and I visit my in-laws, they get like 500 rolls, like in this humongous pack from like a big box outlet store or something. It's very cheap and it's very hard. It's like 1-ply. It's the stuff you get at like a Union Station in New York. Just like the big roll, and they get like 500 rolls of them all wrapped up in duct tape. And I think they pay like $20. Oh, here we go. All right, guys, enjoy the show.
North Shore Edward Elmer's Health celebrates pride.
Rest in peace to Mark Consuelo, who we lost today.
To be their best, and we're committed to a welcoming and affirming environment for our LGBTQ+ team members and patients.
Sponsored by North Shore Edward Elmhurst Health. Nobody investigates like the ABC 7-Nights.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, music superstar Michael Buble and actress Jenna Dewan. Plus, we'll show you how to save big at the grocery store. And Ryan Seacrest is our co-host du jour. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest. Friday, June 23rd, 2023. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah. Big day.
Big day.
Buble there. We're going to see him a little bit this hour. Michael Buble, of course, Connie Seacrest continues to tell the story of how Michael Buble threw his sweaty towel at her at the concert. And she's still walking around with that.
She had a folded special.
It's in a special drawer.
She didn't wash it, right?
Of course not.
Okay, good. You would preserve that Buble DNA.
I'm trying to think of like a concert
You
we
mean
would have
his
gone
semen?
to as not mom, but as as kids. Me, it was Bon Jovi. If I caught a sweaty towel from John Bon Jovi back in the day, I would have never washed it.
Really? I mean, I would have. I honestly, I'm a Bon Jovi fan, but I would have ducked. I don't catch sweaty towels.
Did you jerk off
My
to
thing.
it, Ryan?
I don't want to sweaty anything. I'd be like, nope. You missed me, JBJ.
Well, around here we only celebrate the big ones, Cal.
That's right.
Ryan's like, actually, I do have a John Bon Jovi sweaty towel from a concert, and it's got both of our DNA on it. You do the math. Yeah, see, me and Mark would never do that. I have a bunch of sweaty towels of Mark's, but it doesn't have any of his DNA on it. It's just my DNA. It smells like him, but it has my DNA on it. I'm gonna host Wheel of Fortune. Off to a bang. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys.
Around here we only celebrate the big ones, Cal.
That's right.
Just the ones with significance.
Correct.
And this is National Hydration Day today. Happy National Drink Up. Happy National Hydration Day today.
Hydration.
So,
That's such a big word, isn't it?
Well, you know what they say, drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to say drink X amount of water. Now they say, well, we're not quite sure there's data for that. Just drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
A lot. They say the water flushes it all out, right?
Yeah.
A lot of science here
They
about
also
it.
say that coffee counts as a water serving. As
Really?
does tea.
So drink your coffee, drink your water.
That's
You're
right.
welcome.
Drink a gallon of coffee. Get all that caffeine in you. Wait and eat 3 servings.
Weird, isn't it?
And eat 3 servings.
Well, you know what they
and eat bacon for breakfast every day. It's a healthy meal. Buttered toast and bacon. The doctors, the USDA says so. Increase the stock price of pork bellies so the 2 old white guys from Trading Places can mess around with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy's livelihood.
drink a lot of water.
And then end up living on the shores of the Hudson River so Prince Hakeem from Zamunda can give them a brown paper bag full of unmarked $100 bills. Mortimer, we're back.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to say drink X amount of water. Now they say, well, we're not quite sure there's data for that. Just drink a lot of water.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. They say the water flushes it all out, right?
Yeah.
A lot of science here
They
about
also
it.
say that
Flush it
coffee
out.
counts as a water serving. As does tea.
So drink your coffee, drink your water.
You're welcome.
Problem is drinking too much water past 8 o'clock.
Oh, well, forget it. I mean, even taking my, oh gosh, I forgot to take my vitamins. Oh, I hate that. Because I told you I have vitamins that I can only take after I eat something.
Empty stomach.
I have the empty stomach
the full
ones and the full stomach ones.
And you've missed your window for. Can you take your empty against your full?
I already took my empty, but now
Yeah, you need your
I'm
full.
supposed to take my full. But by the time I get to my morning vitamins, it's usually evening time, which then pushes back my evening vitamins, which then causes
Please
me
don't
to
let her
drink
miss the
past-
vitamins.
Yeah,
But then, so that's what you were getting at.
this is
Yes.
my vitamin window.
Yeah, if I now have, I'm thirsty, or I'm used to drinking water, so I drink water when I'm watching something, and then I realize I'm going to pay the price at 12:02, 3:02, 4:02, whatever time it all happens to be
Yeah.
paid, that price.
Remember when you didn't used to have to use
Yes,
the bathroom?
someone I know doesn't.
Well, because she's in her 20s. That's why.
Different age.
That's
Someone I know
different
keeps
age.
saying, where are you going? I'm like, bathroom.
Again.
How many times a night do I do it? Twice. How many times do I trip over George's toy? Twice. Well, we got blackouts. Now I don't know where I am.
Your girlfriend's in her
Just peed in
20s?
the plant.
I thought your girlfriend was in her 30s at least.
It's pretty funny. I rub my leg against the corner of the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Then I rub it down.
Yeah.
Then I feel for the
Yeah.
light switches.
Yeah.
Then I know I'm against the right wall. Then I leap into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I hit a light.
Yeah.
But between that light and getting back, you know,
what?
okay, light switches. And
When Mark comes home, like
no, never turn light on.
when he's been away at a shoot, okay, and he's been living on his own for a time, he becomes like a feral animal again. And so what I do is I do the same thing.
I bend
where
over
I
and
shimmy
present
down
to
the
him.
hall and I have my hands in front of me because I don't want to walk into a closed door. And then I make it into the bathroom, and then I go to sit down and I fall through to the ice cold water because
yes.
he's left the toilet seat up because he forgets that
To
he's
put
a
the-
married person and
Put
toilet
that
seats
framework
go
down. Yeah.
Thanks for the information, Cal. Thanks for the visual.
I mean, there are times when, you know, you're away or you're traveling and you think you're in a different floor plan.
Oh.
And so I've
Oh, when you wake up in a hotel and you don't know where you are.
I've turned
Yes.
to the wall,
Yes.
thinking it was the bathroom.
Yep.
Yeah, you just like, and it's a weird thing. And then you're like, oh, I'm home. Or oh, I'm not.
I told you this a million times, but I'll say it again because why not?
Yeah, it's your mom's birthday.
It's my mom's birthday, but we did the show in New Orleans. We were staying at the Harris Hotel and Casino, and we had like a really fancy 3-bedroom suite. Put my father-in-law in one because my father-in-law was with me. Remember this trip? My father-in-law was in one room. Lola and Michael were in another room, and Joaquin slept in bed with me. Mark was like on it. He was in a shoot.
He was on a shoot.
He was out of the country.
Leaving the lid up.
And I needed help with the kids. So my father-in-law was like, I'll come and I just ignore it.
Okay.
It's my hair wants to
All right,
do something.
I was gonna.
My hair wants to be free today. And so Joaquin was in bed with me, and he was like 3 years old. And I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden, because we had like, it was like a casino, so the sort of the lights outside sort of shone through inside the window. And I hear him, and then I see him, like I hear, boom, he comes out of bed, and I see his little, because he had that curly, remember how curly his hair was? It like blonde ringlets, really curly hair. And I see his little head moving around the corner of the bed. And I'm like, what's he doing? And I said, Joaquin, and he was sleeping. He was clear that he wasn't answering me. And he pulls open the drawer, and I hear marbles dropping. Like he's dropping marble. I was like, is he playing with marbles?
Strange.
Turns out he was taking a shit
peeing
and he
on
had
the
kidney
clothes
stones.
because he thought
He was at
got
the
up,
toilet.
made a left. He thought he went into his bathroom. He was so tired, he just opened the drawer and peed into my wardrobe. So I wore like a parade of like Harris Hotel and Casino shirts.
Was this June 23rd? Was he celebrating National Hydration Day? Because that's marbles is some real hydration.
Yeah, he was well hydrated. He made sure he peed on every article of clothing I took.
Oh, that's funny.
It was crazy. It was the craziest thing to watch. And I watched him do it. I was like, what's he doing? I saw it through to the end, and I was like, does he have marbles? And then I realized when I got out of bed and came around that he was just standing there, sound asleep, just peeing.
He's up playing Jackson marbles.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Actually, kind of, but not. I can understand it.
Poor kid. Poor Joaquin.
He turned out just fine.
So here's a question.
Yeah, but
Why
what about her
are,
clothes?
speaking of
Her clothes didn't
grandparents
turn
and
out
my
fine.
father-in-law and my parents and my mother-in-law.
She had to give them
Why
to Anna
are
Nicole Smith.
grandparents nicer to their grandkids than to their kids? Have you ever noticed that?
What's the reason?
So the reason is, it's not that they love their grandkids more than they love their children. They just demonstrate their love in a clearer way because they don't have the burden of having to raise these kids to be proper adults. So they just get to shower them with the good
They get
times.
the holidays and the fun stuff.
The holidays, the fun stuff, the buying the gifts, the giving them sweets when they're not supposed to have them because that's grandparents' jobs. Yeah, so it appears from our perspective as the parents of these grandparents as the children of these grandparents that they're so much nicer, but they don't have to like take them for their vaccinations or teach them things or raise them to be polite or discipline them in any way.
Listen, I know my father. He was there as I was growing up, and now he sings Kids Beat or Bop or whatever with my Kids Bop or Kids something. These Kids Bop. He's got a pink microphone with Flora and sings songs that I play on the radio, but the Kids Bop version of them.
Yeah.
Who is this man? Not the guy I knew growing up.
He's a grandpa.
Well, he was a defense attorney, and now he's a Kids Bop karaoke star. I don't know what's got into the guy.
Be glad he wasn't a prosecutor.
So they say, Cal, we're streaming all kinds of things. Have you watched that show where you pick the next episode, Kaleidoscope, where you can pick the whole...
Oh, Kaleidoscope. I got through like the first...
So you pick the color you want next. You get to pick the sequence.
I didn't know that. I just put on the first episode.
Green, yellow, violet, whatever.
The prison break, and I didn't get beyond that. I was like...
spoiling it, you fucking cunt.
I got up to where they're
I didn't see you.
But you look like you broke out of prison with that orange-ass jumpsuit.
They're saying that...
what happened? Did
your
Joaquin
favorite
piss on your
television
clothes?
series
You got to dress like a
is
prisoner on
inspiring
Halloween. It's
your
4th of
travel.
July.
So you may watch a show set in a really cool, interesting place and think, oh, I've got to go there because that's what life must be like. Obviously, White Lotus in Sicily and Italy, Jurassic Park and Hawaii. A lot of people continue to watch Jurassic Park and want to go to Hawaii.
I want to go to the Cretaceous period. Not necessarily Hawaii, but anywhere in the Cretaceous.
New York, Friends inspires the new generation watching Friends want to come to New York. It's Sex in the City, Home Alone 2, New York, Big Little Lies, Monterey, California, Fargo.
Fargo inspires people to travel to Fargo?
Yeah. Don't you remember first time you saw Fargo? You're like, that looks like a spring break.
No, it's a great place to go during the summer for fishing.
It's in North Dakota for the winter.
Well, I remember watching
you like snowmobiling and skiing.
When we were thinking, I want to go to that beach where they put a stage on the beach and MC Hammer sings.
Oh, yeah.
See, I had the opposite thought to all of that. I was like, too many crowds.
Yeah, no, I thought that
you were like 15 when MC Hammer was around.
But is there a show
16 years old. You were stupid enough to think that stages were on beaches at 16.
That you watched recently?
Yeah, I want to watch Sonny and Cher and go back to the 70s. It's like literally my job. I'm constantly sending my daughter Cher videos of Cher and her bomb matching costume.
This is what it was like when it was fun.
Like, this is when everything was good.
Hey, as we said, big show. Michael Buble is with us today.
Jenna Dewan is also here.
We're going to give you tips on how to save at the grocery store as well. Right now, it's time for Lives Brighten Your Day Trivia.
Let's see if I can get this down. She's like all up in the grill. She's making sure you don't see below her bosom. She's like, you're not looking at my belly on this damn video camera. Yeah. 16 years old. You thought they were beaches? That's what she does. She's all...
Hey, as we said, big show. Michael Buble is with us today.
Jenna Dewan is also here.
We're going to give you tips on how to save at the grocery store as well, right?
Put in the comment section, were you literally 16 years old? Did you think that there were some beaches in the United States that had stages on them permanently and MC Hammer would just go, like, just in the middle of, like, October, MC Hammer just would go on a stage and just perform? I want to go to that beach. 16? No, come on, dude.
Now it's time
Look, that's a lie. And you just made that stuff up to try to be entertaining. Oh, here's something that people think. Here's some lie that people will believe. I used to think there was an actual beach that had. I used to say, I want to go there. When you were 16 years old, you talked like that. I want to go there. You totally made that up. He started making that up about he tried to make people think. He tried to tell this lie that when he was like a little kid, in his head, he was picturing like when I was like 7 years old. How cute was I? I used to think that there was an actual beach that had a stage, an MC Hammer. I want to go to that stage, to that beach where MC Hammer performs on a stage. Like I thought that was a real beach that happened all the time. But he forgot the fact that he's like 48 years old and MC Hammer was around in the early 90s. And that doesn't make him in his 30s. He just made up right there. You're just watching what fucking daytime TV hosts do. They just make up shit. He didn't even think about it. He didn't even think in his head, will this lie work? He's just so convinced I'll just make up a lie and people won't know any better. They'll just believe me because look at me. I'm Ryan Seacrest and damn it, I'm on TV and no one on TV lies. I used to think that was a real beach. I want to go. No. Just making up shit. And that's not even funny. It wasn't even funny.
And I was like, this is when
he's just, at this point, he's amusing himself. He's getting how many millions of dollars does he get paid to just, all he's doing is he's basically just sitting in his bedroom and just talking to himself. And he thinks he's so charming and like, he's not. Oh, God.
This is
the good old days.
The good old days.
Good.
Back when you were in high school with
hey,
your
as we said, Big Show Michael Buble
Jenna Dewan is also here.
We're going to give you tips on how to save at the grocery store as well. Right now, it's time for Live's Brighten Your Day Trivia.
There you go. You show him, girl. Oh, that's a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay.
That's our virtual trivia dancer, Tenna from Nevada. Edith.
Oh, Nevada, that's why. She's from Nevada.
Let's say hello to Jamie Tabor from Mansfield, Texas, watching us on KDFW. Jamie, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. What are you up to this morning?
I'm watching you guys.
What do we like on TV?
Working.
What's it like on TV?
You guys look great.
We do?
Look perfectly hydrated.
Thank you.
Well, let's get to it. We have a bio break coming. Two statements here. Cut one true, one false. You stump us, spin it. There it is. Here we go. 60 seconds on the clock in a second. But for now, actually put it up, right? I was on the TV show Wipeout, or I was a published author by 12 years old.
Ooh.
Start it. Here we go.
What was
All right, first impression guess. I'm going to say that she was on Wipeout. Why the hell not? Which is an ABC show, and she's published a published author by the age of 12. God, I'm going to say she was on the show Wipeout. Just a first impression guess. Put your answer in the comments section, and make sure to ding that notification bell to find out when new episodes go up.
Right? I was on the TV show Wipeout, or I was a published author by 12 years old.
Ooh.
Start it. Here we go.
What was your book about?
It was actually Sweet Valley High, like a teenage account of life.
Oh. Huh.
Wait, the Sweet Valley High?
Yeah, the Sweet Valley High, back in the 90s when they were really big.
Wait, you were the author of Sweet Valley High?
No, they had a contest, and they were looking for the good fans. And so they had to submit essays, and then the winner.
Well, that's what happened. Well, not the author. There's different authors of different stories.
And No, they had a contest, and they were looking.
No, there were different authors for different stories. How do you not know this, Ryan? I thought you were gay. How do you not know
For the
this?
good fans. And so,
Oh, fuck my life with this fucking timer, bro.
Valley High?
yeah, Sweet Valley High, back in the 90s when they were really big.
But you're the author of Sweet Valley High?
No, they had a contest, and they were looking for the good fans. And so they had to submit essays, and then the winner would get to write a story, and they would publish it.
And you did that?
I did that.
Or not?
Wow.
All right, Wipeout.
Wipeout. The show with the big balls.
Yes.
And did you fall off them, slide off them, bounce off them?
I face planted real big. It was super painful.
No, it
really?
wasn't.
How many hours did it take you to shoot your
Live.
episode of Wipeout?
Bullshit.
It was an all-day thing, but we only got there on the fourth one.
Was it cold?
No.
I think it's
I don't know.
this one.
I think so,
So we
too.
should say that.
All right.
What do you mean? He said that like, oh, cold. That's a lie. I know for a fact it's cold. Well, like, what? The water's cold. The weather shouldn't be cold. They're not going to film Wipeout in cold weather. She doesn't look like an author. All right, here's the deal.
Now I don't know.
I'm going to change my first impression guess. I'm going to say that she wrote a story. Well, here's the thing. Look at her age. Unless that's an old picture, she looks like she's 30 or 35. Sweet Valley High, that was like, what, in 92 or something? Maybe 94? 29 years ago? That'd make her 41. Does she look 41? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to change my first impression. Sound the bell. Give me those emojis. I'm changing my first impression guess. I'm going to say that I was on this TV show Wipeout. I'm going to change it and say that's the lie. And I'm going to say it is true that she was a published author by the age of 12. And I also think that they think that her being published by the age of 12 is a lie, and they're going to guess this. So I say this is the truth. They're going to say this is a lie, and they're going to guess this to lose on purpose, and they're going to end up winning, which means they're going to lose and not reach their goal. So this is my guess, and this is what they'll guess, even though they think this is the truth. They think this is the truth. This is their guess. This is my truth, and this is what Mark would guess. All right. I'm going to say it's true you were a published author at the age of 12. And then Ryan's going to say, to win the mug, is it true that you were on Wipeout? They're going to say, to win the mug, is it true that you were a published author? And they're going to be wrong, and they're going to lose by winning.
Now I don't know. Let's
go over it in our heads. Let's talk about why we are
the reason. Yeah, let's deductive
because we
reasoning.
Want Jamie to win.
That's why we're going to choose this
That's
one.
why we're going to choose what we are going to choose.
Which we will choose here momentarily.
We will choose
Our
our
choice.
choice when we're finished debating our choices that we choose.
We choose
To lock in
the one that will get you the mug, and that is this one.
yes, right? That's
I
the
was
one.
on the TV show Wipeout. Is that true?
That is true.
Oh! Well, you heard how we got there.
I told you, I guessed it correctly without even hearing any clues. I could just tell by the tone of their voice.
This one.
Yes, right? That's
I
the
was
one.
on the TV show Wipeout. Is that true?
That is true.
Oh! Well, you heard how we got there. We were wrong. You didn't win the mug, but you get a chance to win a great prize. Spin the wheel. Okay, here we go.
They always say how cold it is on the set of Wipeout. Yes. They. Who are they? What do they know? Nothing.
Yeah.
Jamie, guess what? You're playing for $1,000 gift card to OXO. You have 20 seconds and one guess. Good luck.
Jamie, we have Anna Gasteyer on the show. At what university did Anna say her brother teaches? 20 seconds and a guess.
Oh, Pepperdine.
Gasa?
Anna Gasteyer.
Oh gosh. No.
What university the brother teaches there?
What college does
Name
the brother
the
of
uni-
Anna Gasteyer teach at?
Here's what I found.
Stephen Gasteyer is an associate professor at Iowa State.
University.
Michigan?
Iowa State Cyclones.
Well,
It was after
no.
the clock.
And it's Michigan
It was
State.
Michigan State.
What?
It was Michigan State.
It says Iowa State.
You're still going to receive a $500 gift card to OXO, and now you'll be entered into our grand prize drawing for $5,000 each.
Jamie, thank you for watching. You have a great day. All right, we'll be right back with Michael Buble.
Still ahead on live. Jenna Dewan will give you tips on how to save at the Jenna Dewan. We'll give you tips on how to save at the grocery store. And coming up next, Michael Buble.
In the world.
Your chance to see us live and in person. Come join the fun. Check out all the stars and be part of Live with Kelly and Mark's studio audience. Visit our website and get your tickets now.
All right.
Try to control yourself.
I'm very excited that he's here.
He's one of the biggest stars in the world and Ryan's man crush. He's
Absolutely.
selling out venues everywhere he goes. He's here right now. We got him right here in the studio. Please welcome the one and only Michael Buble.
Thank you guys for having me. Great.
Are you kidding me? You know, Miles, a friend of ours is a great stylist, and I wanted to make sure that he was proud of me today. That I look good.
Is he Miles?
Miles.
Yeah, Miles.
Did you
thinking, yeah.
two both
Well, listen.
consult each other when you put on your
We wanted to be a pop of
autumnal
flanking color.
suits?
So you have been out on the road for how long now?
Oh, God.
Months, right?
Wow, yeah, months, yeah.
Now, my mother saw you. My dad saw you. You were incredibly gracious to them. Thank you.
No, there's
You're gracious to everyone.
There are such sweet people, and I don't even know how to say this in the right way.
Yeah.
But because I want to be respectful, but our moms are hot, you know? and,
Hot moms.
and so I'm sure if you were doing a concert and you saw my mom and she was doing, you would take that towel and boom right to her. So if you were right, Cal.
Thank you very
I
much.
can see everything, and
you.
I just.
Okay. Does anyone notice that Kelly changed her outfit and now doesn't look like a fucking prisoner that just broke out of prison? She doesn't look like she's got a prisoner jumpsuit on. I wonder if is Ryan wearing the same thing or a different thing?
University, did Anna say?
Ryan changed too. So this was filmed.
See
So this was filmed on a different day. They did the intro today, but they did the interview with him like last week. And then they edited it together. They can't even wear, they're too lazy. This is why you don't win an Emmy. They're too lazy. They're not even going to wear the same costumes or the same uniform, the same outfits, and say, look, we're interviewing him on this day, and say, look, you wear these outfits when you interview him. So when we film the intro for this episode, make sure you wear these outfits again. They're like, no, we don't even care. It's live with Kelly and Mark. It's live. And they're going to fucking film the intro on June 23rd. And then after that, in the same episode, show you an interview from like June 9th. It's live. And they're showing you a pre-recorded, edited interview from 2 weeks ago. It's not even live. What the fuck is wrong with you people? This is like the Truman Show. This is like
she was doing.
this is WandaVision. This is like really a blatant violation of like there's a violation of the Information Act. I don't even know. This is like blatant like television brainwashing. And then they try to sell you stuff like QVC. This whole show needs to go.
would take that towel and boom, right to her. So if you were right,
Suck
Cal.
carrots.
I can see everything, and
you.
I just looked and I just saw. I locked eyes, and it was like, oh yes.
I'm coming home.
Yeah.
Well, she will never stop telling
Can
the
you give
story.
us the Connie Seacrest shimmy one more time? Did it for a minute.
Oh, and she does the thing like that.
That's right.
And your dad has a weird arm. He does like a,
You know.
He was a performer in the 80s, and he still has that rhythm.
they're so cute. They're so cute, man. They were so sweet. And every time it's so nice because I love you, and it's so nice to have that connection because I never get to see you. So it was really nice for me to have them there, pump me up.
Well, there's so many congratulations in order. You just had your 4th baby.
Yeah.
And you've been on the road.
I like
It's
I actually
big for
did
you.
anything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So you've been on the road though for.
To be fair, they come with me a lot.
Oh, I see.
And I go back and forth, and I've been flying on days off. I fly back just for one day so I can hug and kiss them. But it's weird now because they're going to school.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you don't want them to lose that continuity of having school and stuff like that. So it's like, you know what I mean? You want that for them.
No, I think it's important. I think you're doing a great thing.
So you were where when your wife went into labor this last time?
Oh, praying beside her.
Yes.
Right there.
Right there?
Yeah, no. How do you say this in the right way? I don't want to give too much stuff away.
Say it.
Well, it's a planned,
Okay, got it.
The date is planned. You're doing it now. The baby's, it's this time and this thing. So it was like, I moved all the shows.
Amazing.
And then you went home. And you were
I
there.
think I spent nine days. It was beautiful.
How
So you
great.
have 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls.
2 and 2.
Yeah,
You got a full team there.
I do. It's weird. They outnumber. Sometimes we'll just lay in bed and we'll just let them go. Oh my God.
Yeah. How did we do this?
How do we do this?
And they're all in bed with you because when they're little they like to cuddle with their parents.
You know what's weird? I saw some study. This is going to be weird for a lot of parents. It's controversial probably.
Right.
But there's like a study that says that it's better for the family unit for the kids to be with you as much as possible. It's good for them to have their independence too, but this whole sleeping in different bedrooms is a rather modern idea. I mean, people didn't have enough money and room to do that for a long time. So this is something that I saw in a study, and I was like, you know what? That's a really great excuse to be able to have us all snuggle as much as possible.
But then it's amazing though, isn't it? When you're like, how did we make this one? It was so hard.
I'm so like, I don't want it to go faster, but then I think about you.
And then look how crazy those people turned out. All those people in the 1600s and 1700s and 1800s that like slept in the same bed with their parents forever. Look what they turned out to be. They turned out to be politicians, okay? They were either politicians who basically thought that they could do whatever they want to other humans, or they turned out being super dirt poor and ultra reliable, that they were able to be gullible and let rich people that didn't sleep with their parents take advantage of them because their whole world was just one big, warm, cozy, convenient womb.
I don't want it to go faster, but then I think about you, and it's like, you were living the best. Like you did it all, and now they're your buddies, and you get to go and live this.
I know.
Oh, the planning, the trips they're going on.
I know, we try not to.
It's what we dream of.
We try not to sound too excited in front of them. They're like, "Are you guys okay without us?"
But you
And
go
we're like,
together?
yeah, we're fine.
Do you take them and stuff?
Oh yeah, sometimes they,
Are they happy to go with you? That's the big question.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my
they
gosh,
love
you
it.
kidding?
Are you kidding?
Sometimes
Yes,
they need to publish a full schedule of their trips.
Yeah.
Show up on
Yeah,
the trips.
love it.
Well, you always look great. Like when you're on stage, you are, you look very well put together. Do you break it down into hoodies and sweats when you're not working?
That's all there's 2 me's, right?
Right.
There's the real me, and then there's the guy that I play
when you're on stage.
On stage, yeah.
I always call it like the Westminster Dog Show, right? So like there's the you, and then there's the show you, where you're like puffed up and you
blow
look
dry.
I was gonna go for like my alter ego, like Superman or
or
Spider-Man.
Superman.
But dog show is better.
Yeah.
Dog show is better.
Because
The
you're
best in show poodle. Highly
Labradoodle. Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you ever had anything go wrong on stage? Any mishaps? Because
Just
your
my heart
show.
and soul. I'm just a guy that wears pajamas and like shorts and a t-shirt and just likes to sing around the couch eating cereal and I just got a good voice and I sing for fun. But when
Superman,
but then
or
all of a
Spider-
sudden when I have to sing on stage, I'm just the same guy singing around my living room, but they put a suit on me and I just stand there and I sing and I got a band. And I say, hey everyone, here's this song, and I sing, and they put all these expensive clothes on me and they make sure I'm groomed. I mean, I don't even shave or cut my hair. Like I have a group of people who just pick me up like a rag down, sit me in a chair, and like they inject something in my veins and I pass out and I wake up and my hair's cut, I'm shaven, and I'm in like some, $7,000 designer European suit. And then I go do then I do live band karaoke. That's all I'm ever doing is I'm just doing live band karaoke for 3 hours. And then I go on a plane, I put on shorts and I watch like cartoons. It's really, really strange.
I was gonna go for like my alter ego, like Superman or Spider-Man.
Superman.
But Dog Show is better.
Yeah.
Dog Show is better. The
'cause
best
you're
in show Poodle. Highly recommend.
Labradoodle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you ever had anything go wrong on stage? Any mishaps?
Oh,
Because
dude,
your show is fantastically funny as well.
I just they don't call it Staples anymore. They call it the Crypto.
Crypto.com.
I did I was moving and I was dancing and my pants just went ripped, and I didn't panic because I knew I was going to have to do something. Luckily, I have this thing on my stage where there's these stairs that are built in the inside of my stage. And so while I was in front of 14,000 people, I stepped down it. I was blocked from here. And then they took my pants off. And I changed my pants. I did a full pants change, yeah. Yeah.
I wish I had that job because I totally would have put inappropriate pants on you. I would have wedged you into a skinny jean.
Yeah.
Like a stonewashed.
But it's like you guys, when you do this enough time, it's like your mind is always like
You
I've
know
watched you
something's gonna
both do it. I've worked with you enough. You're always like people. I'm not saying that it's hard, but your mind is always going a million miles an hour. You're thinking ahead, and that's kind of that's the fun of it. And so
that's the thing, making it look easier than it is.
Totally.
And he's split his pants on this show
Can you
numerous.
imagine? He's sitting there singing and swaying and stuff, just waist up, and meanwhile, like some old girl named Gertrude is unbuckling his pants and pulling him down, and he's sitting there. They're thinking he's doing some weird dance, or like you got a guy named Bart changing his underwear for him because he shit his pants. He's singing and getting his pants changed by a couple of old people. I wonder if he got aroused. That's what someone said in a group on social media. And I disagree with that.
Stairs that are built in the inside.
It's none of your business.
And so while I was in front of 14,000 people, I stepped down it. I was blocked from here. And then they took my pants off. And I changed my pants. I did a full pants change, yeah. Yeah.
I wish I had that job because I totally would have put inappropriate pants on you. I would have wedged you into a skinny jean.
Yeah.
Like a stonewashed.
But it's like
skinny
you
jean.
guys, when you do this enough time, it's like your mind is always like I've watched you both do it. I've worked with you enough. You're always like people. I'm not saying that it's hard, but your mind is always going a million miles an hour. You're thinking ahead, and that's kind of that's the fun of it. And so
that's the thing, making it look easier than it is.
Totally.
And he's split his pants on this show numerous times.
I've fallen out of the chair. I've split my pants. Apparently, I got COVID. I mean, a lot of things can happen on this show that are unpredictable. Yeah. Now, Derek Cuff was here recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said that you committed to something which is a big commitment, and that is to sing at his wedding. I don't know if you committed to that before you knew.
Are we breaking this news
Is this news to you?
I will do anything for Derek Cuff.
You guys are tight.
I just think he is one of the few people who are who you want him to be.
Mm-hmm.
That is a beautiful, kind, incredibly talented. He's a monster. Like I think we'll look back in years from now and see him as our generation's Astaire, or I mean, he is not. I'm not talking just about as a dancer.
Well, then why isn't he in movies? You should be pulling out some strings and trying to get him some movies. You could produce. You guys, you have enough money, Michael Buble, to produce a movie for your good friend. You said you'd do anything. Fucking come up with a movie idea, and then hire some writers to write an actual script. You could come up with a movie or do a remake of a Fred Astaire movie and produce it. If you think he's so talented and you got faith in him, hey. Put your money where your mouth is. You'll make a profit. And worst case scenario, what do? You lose 20 mil. I mean, you could actually put together a small budget of like $8 million And if you lose it, you could make it back in like 6 months of touring. So, fucking, let's see this. Let's see a movie. Produce it, buddy. You got the money.
I just think he is one of the few people who are who you want him to be. Mm-hmm. That is a beautiful, kind, incredibly talented. He's a monster. Like, I think we'll look back in years from now and see him as our generation's Astaire, or I mean, he is not. I'm not talking just about as a dancer. I mean, choreographer, director. This dude is a bad man. Ambitious, smart.
Bad meaning good.
Bad, yeah. I mean, exactly.
But Michael, you're evading the question here.
Right.
Is he going to? Are you going to sing at his wedding or not?
Damn straight, I'm going to sing. And whenever, hey, Rye, if you ever ask, man, you know I'd be there for you too.
And I'm going to give him 50% off.
The question here. Right. Is he going to? Are you going to sing at his wedding or not?
Damn straight, I'm going to sing. And whenever, hey, Rye, if you ever ask, man, you know I'd be there for you too.
Well, now you sweeten the deal a little bit. All right, let's come back and talk about music with Michael Buble right after this.
Still ahead on Live, Jenna and Dewan. Some days I...
Oh, shit.
Thank you for bringing us joy and happiness to you.
Ambitious, smart. Hey, Rye, if you ever ask, man.
Jesus Christ. Oh, the fake daytime TV laugh. Check out my cigars.
Better health.
Learn more at healthydrivenchicago.com.
You were vocalizing to your song here.
I'm digging that song. That song just went.
Great song.
That just went top 10 in America.
Congratulations. The new album, Higher, from Michael Buble.
So you're doing so much right now. Besides Dancing with the Stars, you're on tour. You're a new dad. What, like, is there a moment where Buble just gets to sit down and chill for a second? Does Buble?
I love how you say Buble.
Like in a moment
Buble.
of time where he takes in, he surrounds himself with candles, soft music,
In a
gets
mustard
into
bath.
In a Buble bath?
In a Buble bath. He has a little creme brulee.
You know what's weird? I think I'm probably so similar to you and almost every other artist out there. You're as good as your last show. You're as good as your last record. And I will never stop feeling like a fraud. I can't, like, I'll never. It'll
You
never.
think you got to give every time, right?
You know what? It's like it was so hard to get here, and so much harder to stay. Well, like one of the things I'm most proud of is just even being relevant for 20 years. Because it's. Right. I remember when I came into Warner Brothers Records the first time, and all these acts were on the wall, big, huge, and now a lot of them are just sort of. Well, they're you know, the world's changed, and
thank you for bringing us joy and happiness to your music and your
I love you guys.
a terrific human being. Man. That's great.
I love you guys. Thanks.
Michael Buble's new album Higher is available now.
Monday on Live from The Walking Dead, Lauren Cohan.
I guess I knew I had when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and she said, "Look, when you do these impressions, it's like," she said, I was like Anna Gastein. because Anna Gasteyer would do these like skits on SNL, and where she'd be like a singer, like the one with Will Ferrell, where they're both like lounge singers and they're old. But she's actually hitting notes. She's like, woo!
On 5, 6622.
Steamy in the new Lifetime movie, Let's Get Physical. Please welcome our good friend, the gorgeous Jenna Dewan.
So then what she has to do with it, it's like, wait a minute. She's more than just SNL.
Or our anniversary sales event ends July 1st. 312-815-6622.
Steamy in the new Lifetime movie, Let's Get Physical. Please welcome our good friend, the gorgeous Jenna Dewan. Always look radiant. And I always say, I've seen you on camera, I've seen you off camera, I've seen you hiking, I've seen you name it. It radiates from inside.
Oh my God, that's the nicest thing.
That's true.
Thank
It's
you.
the truest thing. You are gorgeous on the inside, and it just happens to come.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for starting my morning off that nice. I'm like, oh, Kelly, can you follow me around everywhere?
I will.
She'll creep. Yeah, she'll creep.
We creep each other.
Yeah,
I'm always
yeah.
like, Kelly, what are you doing?
What are you doing right
What are you doing?
We see everything also
Yes.
about each other's lives,
Yeah.
so we make notes and
Yes.
yes.
No, we're
So-
besties.
You're hiking and you're also boxing, I hear?
I took a little bit of time away for the last 2 years. I was kind of, I had a baby. We were in quarantine, and I was like, okay, and then I was like, I need to get back into muscle training. And so I started boxing and actually lifting weights. I've always done Pilates and dance, and I'm so sore right now. I can hardly move. I'm so sore.
I'm picturing you walking into a boxing gym.
Yeah.
Do the boxers just knock themselves out? Do they punch themselves in the face?
They definitely look at me like, what are you doing here? There's a sense of you don't fit here. But it's fun. It's you get
It's a great
energy out.
workout.
Yeah, it's
great
really,
cardio.
it's been really, really good.
And you got to travel a little bit, right?
Yes, we did this summer because I was working a lot this summer.
you
So I was really jealous of everybody's Instagram posts, in Italy and everywhere else. So we decided little getaways, adult getaways. So Steve and I went to Big Sur, which was one of
Oh,
our
that's beautiful.
there's nothing
Gorgeous.
like Big Sur. Look at it. I'm take
Gorgeous.
me back. Immediately see that. And I'm like, oh,
Take me back there.
But we had some fun.
You have to be careful though when you take these alone trips. You will get pregnant again. That is what happens. Nobody understands that.
Worst nightmare. He's
Listen,
like, no.
everyone.
No.
You will get pregnant again.
use the
Something
pill. What the
happens to
hell?
your brain.
Yeah, you forget
when
it all.
when you travel without your kids.
It's just living it up.
Something
and then-
happens.
It's totally true. And then you're like, oh, it wasn't hard that first year. Not at all.
Not at all,
You
right.
completely
You forget. Yes, you have memory loss.
But it was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
And you were just at this variety, most powerful women event. How
Yes.
was that? You looked amazing.
Oh, thank you. We really went for it. It was everything. Slit, tan, glitter. It was really fun. I clearly had a lot of fun.
I like watching the videos of you getting ready. It's my favorite
Oh
thing.
my gosh, thank you. I have so much fun with those transition because I think people need to know
What
what
goes
you
into
started before
Right.
what you get to. This is a 2.5 hour process.
But I'm just saying, you start out I
You
will
start
take the
out
beginning.
almost- yeah,
The
exactly.
beginning, I'm like, yes, give me the beginning.
But that was a fun event because there were so many incredible
Who was there?
women. Oh my gosh, Oprah, first of all.
Okay.
Oprah. I eject out of my body. I
Everybody
lose
does.
all sense of who I am. I can't make any sense when I talk to her. So her, Ava DuVernay was there. Malala was there. It was
Gosh.
the room of the most empowering women.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back more with Jenna Dewan right after this here on Live. Stay with us.
Stay social with us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. See all your favorite moments or anything you might have missed.
Oh no. Don't tell me that's fucking what's her face's son.
Live and in person. Come join the fun. Check out all the stars and be part of Live with Kelly and Mark's studio audience. Visit our website website and get your tickets now. Oh, it smells amazing in here. What is that, and how do I get it?
These are my famous muffins.
Well, these are incredible. How come I've never tried these before?
I usually just make them for my mom.
These are so good. You have to sell these.
Really?
Or better yet, put them out on a cart, let the smell waft across High Street. You'd be sold out every day.
Oh.
And listen, I know these things. I'm a muffin specialist.
Oh. So am I.
Michael and Jenna, co-stars.
This scene really does not tell you anything about the story at all.
But it was so cute.
Just a shameless way of me watching my son, who,
So funny.
can I just tell you something? He texted home every day about the experience of working with you. And I was like, yes, he did. And I kept telling him, I'm like, Jenna is unique. She is uniquely generous. She is uniquely kind. She is uniquely professional. And you were so generous to the crew, and you treated everybody like they were the most important person in the room. And I was like, don't get used to that. That's not real. That's not how Hollywood really is.
It should be.
It should be, but you set the bar very, very high.
So
You
nice
guys
of you.
produced this. Tell us about the
Yes. Well, yes, Kelly, I mean, honestly, you sent this to me and I was like, oh gosh, this is so fun. You know, I say as an actress, you want to try and do different.
So Kelly Ripa produced a Lifetime movie, and her son just happened to be in it. I get it. Okay, so Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo's son has two roles that I'm familiar with. One is a role in a television show that his dad was in, and his dad got him the job as a favor. And the second one is a movie he got casted for Lifetime that his mother produced. So two roles. His daddy got him one, and his mommy got him the other. And you're gonna fucking call yourself a fucking real actor when your mommy and daddy have to fucking pull their Hollywood weight to get you fucking
Produce this.
to fucking get you pity charity jobs. Oh, so disappointing. So disappointing. Really. Look at this face. That's what your soul looks like every fucking day. Where's my baseball?
Really
It should be.
It should be, but you set the bar very, very high.
So
You
nice
guys
of you.
produced this. Tell us about the
Yes. Well, yes, Kelly, I mean, honestly, you sent this to me and I was like, oh gosh, this is so fun. You know, I say as an actress, you want to try and do different, you get inspired by different characters. And I thought, this calls to me, when I read this, I thought I had a lot of judgments initially about the subject of this movie, and I thought after reading it, I said, well, maybe I think differently. Maybe, you know, how did this woman get into this? I mean, the true story is she was a Zumba instructor who then was also found out to be a prostitute. We change it a little bit. It's more Pilates, pole dancing, which, by the way, was very difficult. I have to say, I went into this going, oh, you know, that'll be easy. I've danced my whole life.
Well, that's what I was like, we need to get Jenna because she's a dancer. We have to get her.
That took me a whole day. That you know, this little clip. You're like, oh, that's not so bad. That took me a day and a half. I mean, squeezing every muscle that I have.
It's like Cirque du Soleil almost, right?
It's
Because you have
so
to hold
athletic.
your body like that.
It's so athletic, and you can't not feel confident and sensual. I mean, it just does something to you when you're moving like that. So I had the best time ever, and I just loved producing this with you. And and Michael, all I did was quiz him every day. I was like, well, exactly how perfectly were you raised? Like, how were you this awesome? What did they do? I mean, I just was
well,
like,
there were a lot of dark years, Jenna. We'll take you through it later.
Well,
Well, you know, I have to say, we owe this all really to David Letterman,
Yes.
who was the person that covered this story on his show. I just happened to be there that night as a guest on the show, and I was like, I became I was like obsessed with this story, and I'm so grateful that you came on board, because I don't think we would have ever been able to have it made without you coming on board.
It's called Let's Get Physical on Lifetime. Jenna Dewan, everybody. Good to see you again.
Monday on Live from Blue Bloods, Bridget Moore
That's power.
I bet Tom Hanks looks at Bridget Moynihan nowadays and says, "What the fuck was I thinking?" All the like chicks in Hollywood he's banging, all the like hookers and all the whores in Vegas, all the 22-year-old Tiger Woods leftovers that are sliding in his DMs. He's like, man, I was too eager back then.
Guys are giving you money-saving tips this morning from editor-in-chief of Cooks Illustrated and test cook for America's Test Kitchen, Dan Souza. Dan, all right, where do we start?
So we're actually going to start, and you're joking, but we're going to start with frozen versus fresh. Now, frozen food can have a real stigma. Frozen food is so good nowadays. The processes are really, really good. And so you can save a lot of money as well. So we got fresh tilapia. That's about $8 a pound. We're looking at less than $6 for the frozen.
Here's my advice. This is real easy. Buy the cheaper one. Okay? As long as you're going to be eating it within the week, just buy the cheaper one. That's how you save money. Buy the cheaper one. If you're buying something for down the road and you don't know you're going to eat it, like I'm going to buy tilapia because I might want to eat tilapia sometime in the year, buy the frozen. If you're buying tilapia and you're going to eat it the next week, buy the fresh. Unless the tilapia frozen is cheaper, buy the cheaper and fucking just defrost it. I mean, it's real stupid. Like, do we really need a whole segment of some guy trying to be like, look how smart I am. I know how to save money at grocery shopping. 2 + 2 is 6, right? No. We go to Dan Salza, who's going to teach us. All right, guys. 2 + 2 is 4. We're going to use our fingers, and this is how we're going to count to 4. We got 2 fingers on our left, 2 fingers on our left, on our right. And then we add the 2, write it down, and then add the other 2, and then write it down, and then put them together, and then count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's how you do math. In a 10-minute segment, I'm Dan Salza, and I'm a fucking tool.
Let's start with frozen versus fresh.
My mom was a hooker that taught a Zumba class.
Frozen food is so good nowadays. The processes are really, really good. And so you can save a lot of money as well. So we got fresh tilapia. That's about $8 a pound. We're looking at less than $6 for the frozen.
Do they freeze it immediately? So a lot
very, very fast. Freeze. Yeah, exactly. So small ice crystals. So when it thaws out, it's really nice too.
Yeah.
So that's a great option. It's always in the freezer. So you can, pull it out whenever. And there's no pressure. You don't have to cook that like the day that you eat it. Which is really, really nice.
Because people waste a lot.
Wait, what did they say? $6 a pound versus they buy it fresh and they don't eat it. Well, eat the food you buy. How about that? The fuck's your problem?
Save a lot of money as well. So we got fresh tilapia. That's about $8 a pound. We're looking at less than $6 for the frozen.
Do they freeze it immediately? So a lot
very, very fast. Freeze. Yeah, exactly. So small ice crystals. So when it thaws out, it's really nice too.
Yeah.
So that's a great option. It's always in the freezer. So you can, pull it out whenever. And there's no pressure. You don't have to cook that like the day that you eat it. Which is really, really nice.
Because people waste a lot of fish because they buy it and then they get busy and then the next thing you know, it's 2-day-old fish.
Exactly. And the same thing with vegetables. So we've got spinach here and we're looking at, about $4 and $2, but you're getting twice as much with the frozen. So that's an awesome one.
Yeah.
Peas are a really interesting one. You guys know the season for fresh peas is like what? It's like 3 days in the spring.
Minutes.
Yeah, it's so short when they're sweet and not starchy. So the frozen, they pick them when they're fresh and then freeze them. These are a better option 95% of the time anyway, and they're a lot cheaper. So you're getting more for your money and a really good product.
Yeah.
So the next thing, we got to talk about food waste. Food waste is a huge problem in the U.S. Americans waste on average about 25% of the food that they buy. Some estimates up to 30%. So it's a huge problem. It's bad for the environment, and it's really bad for your wallet as well. So buying in bulk is a place where a lot of people go wrong. It seems like a great idea. And if you're buying something like spaghetti, fabulous. Dried goods that you can store.
Yeah, you can store it, right.
Yep, that's really awesome. Frozen food like shrimp. 90% of the shrimp that you buy at the supermarket is already frozen and they've thawed it out for you, and you don't know how long it sat there. So you're much better off always buying frozen shrimp.
It didn't go through the extra step yet.
Exactly. And you do it at home, you pull out exactly what you need. Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
So that's a really good one. 2 pounds. This is like $16 bulk and probably over 20 pounds grocery. So these are some good bulk items.
Okay.
And then we're talking about building a modern pantry, right? So quick weeknight meals, really, really flavorful. It starts with having great stuff on hand, like all of your beans, your legumes, your rices, and your grains, whether they're dried or in cans. So you have all that. You've got good stuff in the freezer. When you go to the supermarket, you're buying some fresh herbs, some citrus, all the stuff that really livens up your meals. But you've got this core stuff at home, so you're not ordering out last minute because you don't think you have the things like that. So
let's get a break. We'll come back. More tips about the grocery store right after this.
If you would like to
I don't understand. Who needs tips on how to shop? Look, I'm not giving tips. I'm not giving tips. I'm just telling you what I'm answering your questions. I'm telling you what I do. You want to take notes and try to copy me? Go ahead, but don't at me with questions. I'm not a personal consultant. It's shopping people.
We're back with more ways to save at the grocery store. These
One
are
way to
great
save is eat the
tips.
office nuts right here.
Yes, the
exactly.
office nuts,
Right here.
right.
Exactly. So we've done a lot in terms of shopping and getting stuff into your pantry, but getting it at home and how you store it makes a huge impact. So the fridge is a really interesting thing. Everyone thinks it's one temperature.
What's a fridge?
The door and where you're opening a lot is much warmer than the inside of the fridge.
Right.
So you have the fridge that has the little egg divots. Ignore it. Throw these in the back of your fridge where it's coldest. You can keep eggs like this for at least a couple of months, if not more, nice and cold like that. Okay. We're talking about freezing too. Freezing is really important. So buy a pound of butter. 3 of the sticks go in the freezer. Only 1 is out at a time. So you use that up. Rancidity is a big problem, and the freezer really halts that. And the same thing with nuts. Nuts and whole grains that have a lot of the germ and the fat still in them. Got to store them in the freezer. They'll last much longer. And then we're talking about herbs. Everyone hates wasting herbs. You want to have fresh herbs on hand, but they're so expensive. If you can buy basil or cilantro with the roots on, go for it. You can stand up in water like this, and it's essentially a live plant, so you can keep it going longer.
And it's pretty.
And it's beautiful. And so basil, interestingly, is actually better at room temperature than in your fridge. So store it on the counter.
Smells good too.
Smells good. Apples, you can't chill them too much, really. So coldest part of your fridge, you're looking at least a month with these.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've done all that great shopping.
It's like a big meal here.
Big meal here. So it's all about finally putting all the food on the table here. And you can do a lot with a little. So we've got some frozen chicken here to make these beautiful breaded chicken cutlets. A little bit of bread, whether it's stale bread or something out of the freezer. This is about $25 for a family of 5, along with these beautiful sauteed peas.
The peas
And you
look
made
incredible.
Right?
With the mint leaf on top.
Yep.
See?
Yeah, exactly. And there's some shallot and some lemon juice and stuff in there. Really cheap. So I love this kind of
And
thing.
that fills you up.
And it fills you up,
You
exactly.
need that whole bowl, and it's kind of guilt-free, isn't it?
These are great.
Yep.
These are heaven.
Well done. Great tips. Let's check out Dan's Cook for some big modern pantry. 350-plus ways to cook well. We'll be right back.
Live will return in a moment.
If you really want something good, toss the peas in bacon fat, and then add crumbled bacon to it.
That was a nice reception.
New research suggests that French fries may be linked to depression.
No.
I experience euphoria upon eating French fries.
Euphoria.
Elation.
All the E's.
Every weekday morning.
That's right.
It all goes down on Daytime's #1 talk show. Yeah, of course not. All that.
We're sitting on a couch with the new co-host, husband and wife team.
Thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody.
And now she's back to wearing the fucking orange prison suit.
Monday on Live. It's an all-new show with Lauren Cohan, Bridget Moynihan, and we'll solve summer skin problems with Dr. Doris Day.
Oh, fuck you, Doris.
Varicose.
Doris Day. That's not even your real name. No one's real name is Doris Day. Fucking liars. Hot topics. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare do it. I swear to God, now I'm going to fucking hurt you so bad.
Vincenzo, who was a guy who had some value to them last year. They just weren't able to hold on to him. And while they did bring in Chris Paul, that fit isn't perfect for the way they play. And I do think that there are some defensive challenges there.
No one gives
So I
a
think
shit.
I would say, instead of being
Stupid motherfuckers.
Nobody investigates like the ABC.
I'm not ordering any Michael Buble albums. I'm not watching any Jenna. Jenna Dewan is not even a good look. She was in that one movie, and now she has to be a personality doing all this stuff. That's what you do. You make one good movie, start getting into real estate and producing, because only like fucking 1% of actors get consistent work for the rest of their lives that will support the lifestyle they want.
Vermont.
Cabanuva is
Yeah. I don't want to watch you stupid dance. Oh, fuck my life.
And the view starts right now. All of the hot topics on your mind are on the table.
Many women don't even know if they're pregnant after 6 weeks. It's cruel and so demeaning.
The United States Congress can put back in place what the United States Supreme Court took.
Plus, Republican presidential candidate Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, Dermot Mulroney, and Feel Good Friday with an all-new Oprah Daily edition of View Your Deal. Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi.
Oh, Whoopi. Remember that one time we almost got married? I had just turned 18 and you were on cocaine. And we made it to Vegas, but then you passed out and Robin Williams dragged you into some car that looked like a bus, but it looked like a cab, but it was the size of a bus. Why are we doing this? Are we just going to stare at Whoopi all day? I'm going to name my first child Whoopi. If that's your real name, which it's not. Whoopi and Goldberg's not even your last name either. Look at that. She wanted to be famous. They made a deal with her. Change your name to a Jewish last name. We want a black woman that has a Jewish last name. They got to her. We'll produce your comedy special if you change your last name to a Jewish one. That was strange. All right, you guys. That's it for the show. Season 1, episode 50. So good. New
is in
the books. And thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, dislike, and ding the notification bell. And tell all your friends to watch because this is going to be the best YouTube channel in the history of the universe. And let's get those likes up and let's get subscribers so we can all be very, very famous in our own fantasy worlds. Yay! Why don't you do this? Go outside, dig a hole, lay down, and take a effing nap. I don't like you. I don't thank you for watching, but make sure to tell your friends to watch because I would love for them to watch. They are the epitome of what a viewer. But you, stop watching, asshole.